NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the home of the Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with the defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after him, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can cause havoc in the pocket for this quarterback, it's going to go a long way towards slowing down what's been a very good offense.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I just love watching Kyler Murray play quarterback, Mike, because it just reminds you that they come in all shapes and sizes. I mean, to be this small, but this fast and have that much arm talent, you just don't see that combination very often, let alone in the NFL. But we are now more than a year removed from that knee injury. I think he's ready to prove that he was worth that #1 overall pick just a few seasons ago, and he considers himself one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL now that he's fully healthy again.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's one running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch him off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That is 2 big pickups to start the drive, 32 on the latest.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for the Pitt product, James Conner. And he will get into the end zone. James Conner, touchdown Cardinals. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. He's got it, and the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
As hard as it may be, Mike, to resist, I don't think they need to come out and think we have to match them big play for big play after just giving up that early score. Stick to your plan. Pick up the first down and allow this game to start unfolding and settle into a rhythm. Execute your game plan. Don't try to match what your opponent's doing.
First carry here for Kyron Williams. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Play action, Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
He'll get this ahead for about 3. Kaiser White able to make the tackle. Second and 7. The motion man is Nakua. Stafford now on 2nd down. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Rams first down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. I mean, how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy, but you get paid to catch them all.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Jordan Whittington. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they'll get him down for no gain.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
Stafford now on 3rd down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
4th down, Stafford. That's taken in by Higbee. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Stafford to throw again. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Carty's kick is good. And the Rams are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cardinals offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, the drive begins with Connor. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll go right back to Connor. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Connor. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. They'll mark him up at the 39-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go again here to Connor. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
On second down, here's a run with Connor. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On the ground, here's the one-time Seminole. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Play action now. It's Murray. Pass right side. That's Ryman.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That'll be taken in by Connor. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. A safe kick taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. Open man is Robinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the carry, it's Williams. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll go again with Williams. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, L.A.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Stafford now on first down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Nakua snags it over the middle. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. On first down, it's Stafford. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. 2nd down, it's Stafford. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Demarcus Robinson. Touchdown, Rams.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. To return is Greg Dortch. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On the give, this is Connor. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The key to this play here, Mike, is the anticipation of the snap. Watch how he's able to time the center, and when that ball moves, he hits it, gets through into the backfield, and he brings the quarterback down before the receivers even got out of their breaks.
So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
1st and 10. Cup in motion. On 1st down, Stafford. That's caught by Puka. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Tied at 10 apiece. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing, Stafford. Kupp brings it in left side. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. It is brought in the end zone. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, L.A.
When you're down this close to the goal line, you typically don't have this much time. So let's give credit to the big guys up front. He was able to work through his entire progression, but at the same time, Mike, this is actually really good coverage. He's not even really that open. He puts a little extra on that one. He threads the needle, and nice contested catch results in a touchdown.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Rams go up by 7. It is now 17-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cards offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. To throw is Murray. He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Conner. Down the sideline, past the 45. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On 1st down, it's Murray. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Second down, Murray. Quick throw, taken in. Third and long. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals are able to cut it to 4, 17-13.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll find his tight end in the middle of the field. It's Higbee. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Kaiser White able to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Stafford. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll take a shot downfield looking for Kupp. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's to Higbee, the tight end. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Throwing again is Stafford. And he's in. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Cardi now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Rams add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. DJ Dallas now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their running back set to go once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run with Connor. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. McBride is the motion man. Running here is Connor. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Murray. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing Murray. He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st down, Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Connor.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. This one from 39 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cardinals are able to get it back within a score.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. He'll start at the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 33-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Williams. And this is going to be a Rams 1st down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. That is caught. It's Robinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Now it's Williams. And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. We'll have more from Glendale after this. Now a second down throw for Stafford. Oh, Kupp is wide open. He's got it. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Second down, it's Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. Again, it's Stafford. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. He'll find his tight end, McBride.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
One final throw before the break. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's deep for the back of the end zone. To the end zone, it's intercepted. That's the safety, Budda Baker. So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is first and goal from the 1. Here's a run with their tight end. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Colby Parkinson. Touchdown, Rams. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. He's got it, and the Rams will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. Now a give running left. It's Connor. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Murray. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Murray now off the bootleg. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. On the ground, it's Connor. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. To throw is Murray. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here to Connor. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the 2nd half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for Murray. This one caught at the 4. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Third and goal. Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, That might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. This about as short as you can get. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Cardinals are back within 2 scores.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. The Rams offense ready to get back at it. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. There's that man again, another catch. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Rams 1st down.
We spend a lot of time recognizing and praising the performance of a lot of these skill players, and rightfully so. But, Mike, the blocking and the performance of the big guys up front, that is the reason this offense continues to operate at such a high level. He has all the time in the world to stand there in the pocket and continue to find open targets downfield in the passing game.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Cup in motion. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. To the air again, Stafford. And he'll take it on in. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, L.A. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Cardi now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams are going to extend their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Dallas. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now Connor. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves third and short. We'll try and run for this with Connor. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The first down at the 38-yard line.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Murray. This one complete right side. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. That stop made by Byron Young. Second down and 8. Now Murray. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver, leads to a real nice run after catch and brings up first down.
An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Here's a give up the middle, Connor. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll go right back to Connor. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here comes 3rd and 6. Murray looking to throw. That is caught to the goal line and in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So Murray and the Cardinals come to the line. They'll try to add 2. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but hold on. There is a flag down. Let's see what we've got. So let's try this again. They come to the line to go for 2. From the gun, it's Murray. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. The Rams offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
1st down, Stafford. That's to Robinson. He's got it. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Play action now for Stafford. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Los Angeles. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Dallas. Now an opening past the 30, and he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
They'll run it on first down with Connor. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle. Second and 7. A give, running right. It's Connor. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third and 6. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll try and get there on the ground. Murray, the former baseball player, knows how to slide, and he does it here after picking up the first down. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Throwing Murray. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. On the give, this is Connor. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
First and 10. On the zone read, given to Connor. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Murray will throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played?
And he will take this one across into the end zone. James Conner, touchdown Cardinals. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, Greg, really down to the point where every possession they need to score, and they get a touchdown here to stay alive.
Mike, I like what I'm seeing out of this team. They find themselves down big late, but there's no quit. They're continuing to fight back, and they got a chance to make this one a 2-possession game here late.
So, Murray and the Cardinals come to the line. They'll try to add 2. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
This a must stop for this defense, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man is Robinson. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw is Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
2nd down, Murray. Now he'll run it. A gain there of 23 yards. It's an Arizona first down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And he'll work his way down to about the 41. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Murray. They'll try to work the screen with Connor. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Stafford now on first down. That is caught downfield by Kupp. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making. And I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Pass caught right side by Higbee.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
The offense is out there, 4th and inches. They'll run it and give it to the big guy. And he's going to have the Rams 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Kupp in motion. On the ground, this is Williams. He'll be stopped just a short gain, down to the 30. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And that one doinks off the upright and in. Fortunate break, but the kick is good. And the Rams will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Dallas. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Play action. It's Murray. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
First down throw there is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Murray's going to throw again. That's caught by McBride. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
On the handoff, it's Connor. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Murray. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
He'll tuck it and take off. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense, and we saw it again here.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. And he will score! Game on! Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes Cooper Kupp and the rest of the LA offense set for this next Rams possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Here's Stafford now on second down. He'll be a little short of that first down. Tackled at about the 37-yard line.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. That's taken in by Higbee. He's got the first down, not by a whole lot. He only gets 3. That's all he needed for a new set of downs.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot. Then there's a medium zone option. And then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of downs. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Williams. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. They'll talk things over before third down. They'll drop to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. He's got the first down, not by a whole lot. He only gets 3. That's all he needed for a new set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. On the carry, it's Williams. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Cup in motion. They'll try to run for it with Williams. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. It's complete. He's got Cup. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.